just gotta love country like this. Big old tall pine trees everywhere and semi-open roads, and you can see ahead of that white truck we're headed directly for mountains. Okay, now you can't see it. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful out here. This is definitely God's country. There's those mountains. We're on our way. Hey everyone, it's Daryl. Welcome back to Briggs Canyon Railroad. And I just want to let y'all know that we, my best girl Heather, are headed to Train Mountain. We left Bend, Oregon just a little bit ago, and we are on the Dalles, California highway, and we are headed to Chiloquin to go to Train Mountain. Woo! Just wanted to give you a quick heads up. See y'all in a bit. Well, everybody, we are here. We're sitting here at the main station. There's the vendor barn. They're running one train today for tours, so we're in line for it. I think there's probably one train worth of people in front of us, but these are just out here on display right now. There's a couple people that have pulled in with their trailers, and I think they're going to be getting their trains out and running probably after hours so they can do some personal running. And I found this beautiful lady sitting here right in front of this map of the whole railroad. That's the extreme north end. That's Hope Circle, and as you can see, it goes all through here, and we are right there at the station. Let me back out so you can see just that section of the track and see how far it actually goes. It's just awesome out here, guys. Woo-woo. Oh yeah, my wife just reminded me I need to come out here and show you the turntable. We got two more engineers sitting right here. They're looking to have some fun later on today. Got another gentleman out there. He's going to be running that later probably. But look at this turntable, guys.
Off the track, please. Thank you.
They said they can hold 90 locomotives in this turntable and steaming bays. This thing is huge. And this is towards the back side of the office or the station. Got a couple of holding tracks out here, and as you can see, the tracks used to run right through here and into that shop. And we went inside and looked at the museum, and the museum is just cool. All kinds of classic china from diner cars and everything of the past. Know where a guy can find some tall trees? But tracks just run everywhere out here, man. And this is the direction I just came from. I think I hear our train coming. But beautiful landscaping, beautiful trees, beautiful weather. We've got these two tracks right here that come off the turntable. And they're planted in the ground, and they go inside the museum. And then there's about 7 or 8 tracks across the floor of that museum in there. I'm going to just take you in here real quick. Oh, you can't get in from outside. We came out from inside. But anyway, they have their meetings in a place called the Hall of Flags. And it's also the museum. And there are all kinds of state flags hanging from the... Here he comes. Oh, there's several trains coming. I think these are just private members. Check that out. He's got a couple of people. Heather and I are doing something like that on our switcher. Okay, I don't know how much got recorded before, but here we are at Train Mountain. We just passed over 4 tracks right there. There's a couple of old speeders and an old passenger car here. Lots of stuff everywhere. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this video videoing all this stuff because we're going to get it in person as we're wandering around here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this while we find a place to park. going to have to rescue some of these riders. They had a derailment and they haven't been able to get their train back on the track, so we're going to be picking some of them up. Rescue Rangers.
That's good.
That's the end of our ride.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
It was a perfectly good ride until I stopped. As I say, I have to stop occasionally and give you some information about Train Mountain. The information about Train Mountain, maybe lies, maybe true. Anyway, my wife has the badge that says I make stuff up. I should get one of those, I think, just to give people fair warning. Anyway, Train Mountain started in 1987. It was started by the name of Quentin Brain. Quentin came to Chiloquin, and he basically bought 2,200 acres of land. Why the heck he bought 2,200 acres of land, I have no idea. Other than he had enough money, he could do it. And so Train Mountain is 4 miles north-south, or 2 miles east-west. And in that 2,200 acres, 179 of it is zoned for railroad. The rest of it's zoned as private forest. And so when Quentin, by 2003, Quentin put in about 23 miles of track at that point. So in 16 years, they went from nothing, just bare ground, to 23 miles of track. And to put it in perspective, if you go visit any train club, 1/8 scale hobby railroad in the country, or probably in the world, the normal thing you'll find, not the maximum, but is 1 to 2 miles of track. And it's in a county park of some sort, and it's very constrained on how far it can actually expand. And so 23 miles of track is about 10 times what a normal club would have. So in 2003, Quentin looked at what he got and he said, okay, he went to Guinness World Book of Records and said, I've got the world's largest 1/8 scale hobby railroad in the world. And they said, yeah, verily you do. And so we're in the Guinness World Book of Records. Well, in 2008, Quentin made a serious error in judgment. He died. So when he died, as I said, he made a very serious error in judgment. He died without a will. He died dead broke. And he died owing the IRS what they said was $17 million. And so anybody that tells you you can't take it with you, he did a damn good try. But from that point, we had a couple of members who fortunately took on the job of trying to convince the government that we really didn't owe them that much money and that they should back off. And it took them about 5 years, but they finally reached an agreement to less than 10 cents on the dollar. And we also had a couple of other members who had very deep pockets, and very fortunately they funded the money so that the IRS was paid off. And we came out of this as Train Mountain Institute, which is a 501.
work train area.
Okay.
All right, we are on board the Klamath and Western. Well, we're on a tour train at the Klamath and Western Railroad, so I'm going to turn this around and let y'all take a look, and you get to see my beautiful princess. There she is. Everybody say hi. We've got a train going by up there in the trees. Just about the style of caboose that I want to have on mine eventually. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to hold this up close to my face so that you can hear me. You can see here is the track shop with all their flat cars and a couple of brand new track panels and even some old track panels that they've recently taken out. Got that from the educational tour of the Track Mountain Railroad that goes by up there. But they come down through here when they do their educational tours. So I'm going to shut up and let you guys enjoy the ride. As you can see, they've got air brakes going between all of their cars, which is awesome. The road is blocked off, so he didn't have to whistle. that is actually an extension of the track that goes out to this campground. When people come out to Train Mountain, they camp out here in this campground, and you'll notice little sidings right over here. And that's where people can park their trains overnight when they head out to their camper in the campgrounds. But these sidings right in here are for visitor use when they come to camp. Oh, and look, we're going to be going through a tunnel. We've got a height gauge here. Okay, maybe not. I don't see a tunnel up ahead. Know where a guy can find some tall trees? Going back up grade. That's where we were just a few seconds ago. I could absolutely live up here. This is beautiful. What do you think, Heather? She says yes. Dear Oklahoma, we quit. Hello, Oregon. These little trackside signs give you the mile number and the grade that we're climbing. Right now we're climbing up a 0.43% grade. you can see that one that we said we're at milepost 5.08, climbing up a point, and I forgot what it was, 0.4% grade. I have no idea what's going on behind me, so I'm just looking. He slowed the train down because now we're starting to go downgrade. We're going back past the station. You can see all these people waiting for a ride. Now we're on a different track to go a different route going around the Klamath and Western. There goes the train downstairs. That's the direction that we went last time, so now we're going this way. We've had a derailment, and we'll be right back. Well, between the crew and one of the passengers, we are back on track, and you can see the engineer checking back with the conductor. He's back on his locomotives, and we're gonna take off just as soon as we get the double horn blast. There we go. And we are back underway. Some 1-to-1 scale up there. We'll be checking that stuff out later. Old bay window Southern Pacific caboose and a speeder. Going between those two cabooses up there is the entrance to Train Mountain, and we'll be coming back and doing a longer tour on that tomorrow, which is going to be a blast. So watch for that in another video. You can see this switch is set for the Klamath and Western. If you look this way, they mark it for the Train Mountain, which would throw this switch right here to go over into Train Mountain. But we're staying on the K&W. Now they really know how to make towns. Looks like all their giraffes fell over. Okay, we're inside the yards now. And we are coming back up to the passenger station, so we'll be disembarking right up here, back here where the station is. And we're gonna get off the train and give somebody else a chance. And you're gonna see a lot of pictures, still pictures in this video. And I will be taking them here in just a little bit, walking around the full scale stuff and adding them into different spots of the video. But for now, Miss Heather Briggs, turn around and give us a big smile. Say bye. Bye, everybody. Okay, this time I'm going to do it as a video. I'm standing here in the middle of the pit at the turntable, the main turntable here at Train Mountain. You can see how long this turntable actually is. It goes to the end of the expanded metal down there and then back that way. You can see it was designed and built by Grant Ellingson between 1992 and 1993. But this thing is huge. It's got 32 of these individual tracks that lead out from the turntable. Here's track number 1. And this is track 32 right here where the turntable's hooked up to it. Now, this track that it's hooked up to comes in from the main line and has one steaming track on it for storage. all of the rest of them, with just a very few exceptions, they all branch out into 3 lines, except for these 3 right over here. And you see number 14 here is 1 track, and that is loading from the yard, or from the loading yard, excuse me. Number 15, the left one goes out to the loading, and right one is the main line. And then number 16 here also goes to the main line. But all the rest of them have 3 tracks for locomotive storage and steaming up. This one even has a locomotive shed on it, which is very cool. But man, they say they can get about 90 locomotives in here at a time for processing and getting ready to go out onto the main line. So I think that's pretty dang cool. Timing out for a little bit. All right, this is their back shop. And I was given permission by Glenn to go in. He said as long as the door is unlocked. So you know what we're doing? We're going in. You got it. All right, here we go. This car shop is, or back shop is 20 tracks wide. And you can see as we come in here how long it is. I think they said it's 150 feet long. And this garage door right here, there's only 3 tracks that come in here. And they've got stuff in here that they're working on. And it looks like this person, whoever has that one, is doing exactly what I want to. There's a solar panel on top of that car right there. And you can see the little control unit down inside. That is solar panels up on top. And I want to do something like that to keep an extra set of batteries charged for my locomotive. But man, this is a beautiful shop in here. It's all clean and organized. They've got different workbenches and workstations. They've got mills and lathes. And they've even got Budweiser and Bud Light signs. All right, okay, well, we're set. All right, let's take a step down here. And we're not going to touch anything other than handrails. Painting booth. Sandblasting cabinet. Man, and it's so well lit in here. Oh, they've even got an AED. Wow. Look at this little... Oh, a snack room. That's why there's the Bud Light and Bud Light signs in here. And they've got a little wipe-off board for projects they're going to be working on. Okay, somebody is trying to win over my heart and get me to come up here and join. They've got the KISS logo put on that wipe-off board. All right. Pay as you go, no credit. So when you get a snack, you pay for it right then. You don't grab a handful of something and eat it and say, I'll pay next Friday. No wimpies in this shop, right? I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Wasn't that what it was? Wimpy that did that on Popeye? Look at this. Oh man, I have seen the McCloud River locomotives on YouTube so many times, number 30 and 31. And here they are right here in person. Oh yeah. Those are the body shells for them, and here are the actual bodies. Looks like the lead unit has the horn and some extra weight put on there. And they do have an MU cable that goes between the two, probably for the headlight, and then see if there's traction motors in their trucks or not. Here's all their batteries and their little V-twin gas engine. And then here is his engineer's car. But wow, man. Oh, and this is something I was worried about. This thing being 150 feet long, they've got little fold-down gates that go in all their tracks. Ooh, this one doesn't connect to that end. Looks like they've got some rails stuck up there next to that, so that may bridge that gap. I don't know. But here's their work area. I mean, this is just way over cool. Drill presses, grinders, belt sanders, welding machines, more trains. Oh wow, look at this big old blueprint for a locomotive up here. Locomotive and tender. I don't know if you can see that very well on film. Film? Digital media? How about digital media? They've got all kinds of metal pieces and stuff to fill in gaps and make handrails, and man, they've just got this so well done. Spools of wire. Man, I tell you what, I wish ours was like this. Storage closets. We're not going in there. Extra sets of trucks. Man, this is nice. And I think this is the only bay that I'm going to go in. I'm not going to go into those other 4 or 5, however long they are. I'm sure it would be super impressive, but you know, they've got doors shut for reasons. And I mean, that gentleman did give me permission to come into the back shop if the door was open, but you know, this door was open, so we came in. They've even got creepers down here to roll around under the trains. They've even got side solar panels. That is so cool. I'm not sure if it's big enough to store batteries in there or not. Well, they got little batteries in there. All right, but that may not have been a battery. I just saw that at first glance, but extra nuts and bolts. Keep door closed, the air conditioner. I'm gonna open it and just take a quick peek. Oh, they've got storage stuff in here, so yeah, I'm just gonna step inside the door, take a look at all these beautiful locomotives sitting here. They're all on chargers. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know where I'm at now, so let me just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 tracks going across here. And this looks like a double wide garage door. Man, so nice. Oh, and then they've got the rail tour equipment clipboards up here. Oh, so cool. And of course, they're extremely safe. They've got their fire extinguishers all charged up and ready to go if needed. But guys, that was a brief tour of the Train Mountain back shop. So I'm going to time this video out here and we'll pick up somewhere else. Okay, we just came back out of that door there on the back shop. Wanted to let you know again, there's 10 20 tracks. There's 10 in just that center one, but there are 20 tracks that go across their back shop. And as I was walking up here, I noticed that they've got a pipe going up here next to this outhouse. They've got a pipe going up here with a wind turbine on it. And I know what this is for, but you have about 15 seconds to guess before I let you know. We're counting down. See, and it comes up out of this beautiful little garden area. Think it's for aerating the soil? Nope. You see how it's got brick pathway right there? Flowers and trees and everything on each side? Well, guess what? This doesn't go that direction. It goes back that direction, underneath that Honda Pilot sitting there, and then back out this way. And you see that railing, and you see the track. Sorry for the bouncy. You see the tracks coming out of there. That is air for inside the tunnel. It sucks out exhaust smoke, gas exhaust, smoke from locomotives, from steam locomotives, and that tunnel is so cool inside. And I don't mean cool as in wow, I mean cool as in temperature. We took a little educational tour around here yesterday, and I think that's going to be earlier in this video, so ignore that. It wasn't yesterday, it was earlier in the video. And we went through that tunnel, but my phone was dead, so I didn't get to record it, so I'm going to try to record that tomorrow. And we might put it later in this video. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just me. You're you, I'm me. I'm doing what I'm doing, and you're watching my video, which I thank you for, by the way. So here we're coming back over to the main drag, and I've taken pictures of all these as I've walked through them. Don't know if I'm putting all of them in the video or not. This New York Central sleeper car, the OL Breen, it actually started out as a Canadian Pacific passenger car. I read that when I was in there, which is really cool. But every single one of you watching this video need to come out to Train Mountain sometime. It is free to come in here and ride trains. It is free to do the walking tour of all these awesome pieces of railroad equipment. They do ask for donations though. And we gave a pretty good donation yesterday, and then we rode the Klamath and Western this morning, and we gave a pretty good donation out there as well. So please come out, support them, support railroading as a whole. And we're going to continue with our walking tour, and I'm going to head over there to that silver 6-dome tank car that you see straight ahead there, and I'll pick up there. Okay guys, we're here at my favorite car of the day now. Madera Wineries and Distillers. Okay, and if you look up there at each one of those domes, that goes to an individual cell inside the tank car. And each one of them contains can contain up to 1,022 gallons of wine. Yep, I found the car that I need. Just need to put me a funnel right down below there and take me in 6,132 gallons of wine. I think I did that math right. That was awful quick, just right there in my head. So let me know if I'm wrong. Put a comment in there. But you can see right here, this thing was built in July of 1939. July 8th of 39 is when it was packed. So yeah, this is cool. Super cool. Let's check out the old couplers on this thing. I'm sure they've updated them to newer couplers so they could actually get it up here. So, yep. Modern couplers. All right. Still got the Journal Pocket trucks on it though. That's cool. All right, let's move on to the next piece of equipment. All right, guys, there we go. There's that silver 6-dome wine car that we just came from. There's a kid's playground over here and trash cans, and you can see tracks that run all through here. But man, I've got to, this is so special to me because I've been watching it on YouTube of when they got delivery of this. This is brand new to Train Mountain. Obviously, it's not a brand new locomotive, but you know what? It looks like hey, honey, can I have a lot of money? This is for rent. I think they meant to put a keep off sign on there because there's one on the back. Check this out. I'm trying to find a builder's plate on here so I can tell you exactly what it is, because you know, 25 years ago, I could tell you what every locomotive on the tracks was, but I don't know anymore. I think this is like an SW2, maybe? I'm just really not sure. But man, being up close to this thing after I've watched all the trucking it in videos and the taking the sign down at Train Mountain so they could get it down the driveway. Oh, this is just way too cool, guys. I mean, let's see what this says here. NRE 750. We may have to look that up and find out exactly what it is. It'll be listed on railroadarchives.com, I'll guarantee it. But there's no placard for it unless this is one here. Oh, there we go. It's a Baldwin locomotive. Okay, and it is a diesel electric locomotive built by Baldwin in 1951. You know what? I think they've had this out here before. I don't think this is the new one that they just got in. So I may be oogling and ogling over this for, well, I mean, for good reason. It's a beautiful locomotive, but I'm not sure this is the one that they just brought in. So I'm going to walk around the end of these tracks and get you from the other side. And you can see there it says keep out, so we will be doing that. And I don't have to time you out to go to the next piece of equipment this time because it's next in line. There's an old coupler sitting right there. That's other stuff. But they've got a whole line of trucks sitting here. Looks like 4 of them to be exact. Three-axle truck and its mate, and down here there's a couple of 2-axle trucks. Alright, and before I'm going to try to get you a good shot of this tank car, but the sun is in the wrong spot for me. So I'll get you a shot of that from this side, and then we'll walk around, being careful to step over these tracks. We'll go to this side. Just a little tank car. I say just a little tank car. You gotta remember, I'm still in heaven over this thing. Then we got some logging cars, it looks like here. Number 9950. There's my beautiful wife coming over here. All right. And it's a maintenance of way car, obviously. All right. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to look at this locomotive real quick because I'm going to be in somebody's camper's backyard and I don't want to disturb them. So I'm going to try to be quiet while we're here, and I'll just give you videos of it. Oh, we can go inside. How cool. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's nice and bright in here. You know, and I have to admit that I just broke railroad safety protocol. Holding this phone up here, I did not have 3-point contact on those steps at all times, so hope they don't fire me. Okay, this one has a good cupola. All right. I hope I pronounced that word right. I never know how to say that. Cupola, copula, cupola. All right, man, this thing's actually in pretty good shape. I mean, it needs some TLC. But you know what? That's why we need to make donations to places like this. It's a 501c3 corporation, so they take donations and it's tax deductible. So please help support Train Mountain and all the wonderful things they do and all the wonderful train cars they have out here. So here we go, breaking FRA rules again. Whoa, that's a long ways down. My goodness, that last step's a doozy. I should have looked at that before I tried to step off of it. But this is a Weyerhaeuser caboose. Oh, check it out. Here's our data. Built in June of '54. Last inspection was April of '81. How cool is this? All right, Weyerhaeuser Company. Still got their logo up there. All right, so we're going to walk around quietly around the back side of this because, like I said, there's people camping over here. And we're going to try not to get them on video. So it looks like this was a standard cupola that they increased the width of to make a wide vision caboose. That's pretty cool. User modifications. All right, I'm going to time out till we get to the next piece of equipment. All right, everybody. I am walking back down here towards this Baldwin locomotive, and this is the new one that they just got in. This is not on their tour map yet. So we got some of the first shots of the new locomotive here, and I feel very privileged to be one of those people, one of the first people to show this to you. Still for rent. I think that actually should have been a keep off sign, but I'm not sure. It's very nice. Come out and see it. Okay, here's another piece of equipment, an SP maintenance of way rotary snowplow. Man, I never realized how big those rotors are in there. Those things are huge. I'm going to give you size comparison. I've got my 5'5" wife standing right there in front of that. And so you can tell that's about 11, 12 feet diameter. Let's see, tracks are 4 foot 8 inches apart. So Okay, so the fan itself is probably about 10 feet wide, but from the ground up, man, that looks like it's about 11, 12 feet tall. And what the heck is this with those up on top? According to what it says on that relay shed, it is Canadian Pacific VP 465 Klamath. And she's actually reading the information about this. So let's go look at that, and then we'll go inside. We can go inside the rotary snowplow. Snow flanger. Oh, okay. Hello. It's behind the truck. So you got to have a truck go through the snow, and then it shoots it out this direction. Okay. Let me back up a little bit with this thing so you don't have to. That's pretty cool. And that covers from side to side and shoots the snow out that way. Huh. Well, while we're right here at this staircase, let's go ahead and go inside here. Okay, so that is to raise it up and down, I'm guessing. You've got all kinds of valves and controls over here. Of course, light switch for all the lights and everything in here. But you got to be kind of thin to get between here. Pot-bellied stove. See how narrow that is? My goodness. I got to suck in the gut to get between there. All right. And these don't have stairs going down. So we will go back the other way, and I'm going to pause this until we get over there to that rotary snowplow. Okay, here we go. I'm out of there. See, yeah, I'm glad I didn't try to come down those steps. That's about 3 feet down to the ground. And I'm fat and out of shape. So we're going up SP Maintenance of Way 206. Relay boxes, rail, old phone box. Very cool. Now you got to watch your step coming in here. This ladder doesn't go all the way up to the door. Ooh, it's kind of dark in here. And I am not going to try to tell you what anything is in here because I have no idea. I'm just going to show you how cool it is. There's the window outside. It's just below shoulder height. People must have been shorter back in the day. There's a picture of it in action. Let me see if I can get the reflection out of it. Not necessarily in action, but going down the tracks, I guess. Lots of pictures. All right. You got 2 controller seats up here with lots of controls for each person to. There's even a stool here for those 3 levers, and that knob down there, and then this guy controls all these knobs and all this stuff, and yeah. And then this guy handles all these controls, And then there's a stool for somebody to slide those switches back and forth. Oh, and there's a speed recorder and everything up there. Oh, and then there's all these switches up here. And all those up there. Man. So it's not just turning on a big fan and turning it back off. It's moving switches around to angle the blow of the snow one direction or the other, or maybe both at the same time. Who knows? But I mean, I'm sure a lot of you know because you're showing interest in this, so you just probably know all about it. But unfortunately, I know nothing about these snow plows and spreaders. Okay, timing out until we get to that one. Here we go. Big old winged spreader. They've got us roped off right here, so I don't think I should go in front of that one, but we'll go around behind it. Jordan spreader, Type A, OF Jordan Company, East Chicago, Indiana. Chicago, Indiana. Wouldn't that be Chicago, Illinois? Maybe I don't remember my geography as much as I thought I did. Anyway, we are getting hot and sweaty out here, and we are just about time to go. So we're going to look at this, let's see, Burlington Northern condemned boxcar. Oh, and it's roped off as well, so we can't go up inside of there. But it was at one time BN 951033, so you can Google that and see what it looked like back in its heyday. And then there's just some track maintenance vehicles sitting over here. So, guys, we're going to call that a timeout here at Train Mountain, USA in Chillicothe, Oregon. Kind of south central, near Klamath Falls, way south of Bend, Oregon. So come on out, man. Enjoy the time, enjoy the company, ride some trains, look at some old train cars, and you can see we've got BNSF represented here. We've got a BN wide vision caboose, and then an ATSF standard cupola caboose over there. So, but this is the parking lot for Klamath and Western. And that's where our rental car is right now. So I'm saying goodbye for now.
Who knows what this is called?
Turntable.
Turntable, that's correct. Our hobby is pretty much a senior hobby, and if you have a steam engine, for every hour you run a steam engine, there's an hour to an hour and a half of maintenance. So we don't want our old guys laying on the ground. That's why when you come to one of these railroad parks, you'll see elevated tracks like that, and that's so you can work on the steam engines. We can put 90 steam engines here. I wonder why the signal lights are on. That's interesting. You're gonna have to go to work.
All right. We have a squirrel climbing the trees here.
What's your problem? I'll be on your way in a minute. Oh, they get bossy.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
In their territory. This one does have a manual. So what I need you to do is hold the switch points over with your foot
All right.
until we get the train by.
Right.
Okay.
All the way past the switch.
And then.
Okay, perfect.
Pick it up. Let me go on up here.
One car. That'll do.
Signal system is down. So I'm not quite sure where we're going, but we're going there anyhow.
Rail Adventures.
Look it up.
All aboard.
It probably just needs to be rebooted. We got no.
Yeah, there's no power anywhere on the campus.
Oh.
Yeah, total power outage.
Oh, well.
So you're gonna have to do any switches. You're gonna have to do it manually. You're gonna have to make your conductor earn his living.
No.
I've been newly hired as the switchman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, brakeman. Yeah, brakeman.
I have a mid-train helper.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but the power's out a whole campus.
Oh goodness.
And somebody, I think Lindsay said she's calling the power company.
Okay. So we may be gone for a while.
Okay.
So you might let John know.
Okay.
Well, he probably knows because he's in the dark.
Oh, he's in a dark room, right? Yeah.
And the air conditioner went on.
Yeah, the air conditioner.
Thank you.
We'll give him a ride.
Yeah.
This is a whole new adventure for us. All right.
Okay, this is an educational tour. These are called containers. And they're full of trains. There's probably 150 trains in here.
Nice.
Yeah. All of the, I think all of the containers have multiple tracks in them. I have the number one container over there. I have 240 feet of track in it.
Woo-woo.
Because it's multi-level. Because that line in between the two containers has got a scissors lift on it.
Excellent.
We're going to do an extended tour.
In case that volume didn't come through, he said he's got one container over here and he has 240 feet of track inside of it because he's got it on multiple levels. Between the switches is a scissor lift, or like a transfer table that goes up and down and back and forth to all the containers to get any amount of trains out of there and put them back as you need. Amtrak is still stalled out up on the bridge.
track gang or a mob, I guess. So they're taking the track panels out so we get a man lift in here so we can do the roofing on the cultivar.
Oh, very cool.
Hours out in the park. Pick up, you did it. Okay. Whichever way the switches is set. So I may be back for tomorrow.
Hope Circle, here we come, right? That was Deadwood. Death didn't draft him. He volunteered.
So this is 200 acres here. This is 2,000 acres here. We won't be going over there, but this tunnel goes under the road, and the property goes 4 miles that way and 2 miles that way.
Wow, excellent.
And it's got track on it. And we're not doing that. Well, we may do that.
Depending on where the switches align us.
Well, there's all manual switches down here, so we're okay down here.
Okie doke.
You can get home with time for lunch. Springtime, we have a meet called the Spring Awakening, and we come and we get as much debris off the track as we can. And that's this year's. So, a lot of cleanup to do every year. I'm sorry? There's not much cleanup on the track itself during the summertime, but the Spring Awakening is a big push to get as much as we can get. And then in the summertime, it's keeping the brush cut along the right of way. And we have a different area for the brush. This is just needles and pine cones.
Remember what I told you yesterday about that machine? That's what they done.
museum, and on our miniature railroad, we kind of like to try and model like the real railroads do. But because we are a senior hobby, we've taken some artistic license on a couple of things. This is a switch stand, and this is how you change directions on the railroad. Well, if this is where it was supposed to be, I'd have to stop, get up, walk up there, throw the switch, come back, and sit back down. Well, you know how many of these we passed already, and we haven't gone over to the big side. So we really like these because I just threw those points up there, so I didn't have to get off the train. I like them.
Hey, the signals are back.
We can go home. They don't know that I know, so we can keep playing. We have members from all over the world, and so some of them only come every couple of years, and the track is constantly evolving and changing. So to make it very convenient for visiting engineers, that if you leave it green, you will eventually end up back up for lunch. If you make it yellow, you're on your own. Okay.
Gotcha.
So it looks really complex and everything, but it's just a continuous track that goes around. So
Excellent.
Those tracks that you see going the other direction, that's us, because we'll be going that way pretty soon.
All right.
I'm going to let you guys off here to walk over and take a look at Lilyville. I'm going to pull around the corner and I'll be over by where that striped hut is.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's where you can reboard. Go over and take a look at Lilyville. There's a path right here.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a cemetery over here in Lilyville, and all of these tombstones are marked for members that have passed. And right here on that cross, you can read it up and down and across. It is Quentin Breen. He was the founder of Train Mountain. Groundhog Bill Lilly, 1827 to 1881. That was short but sweet. There's the Lilly family, all four right there together. And some more lilies back here.
Okay, class, why do I like these?
Burger shade signs. Train approaching. Whistle squealing. Pause. Avoid that. Rundown feeling. Burma shave.
Have you ridden the Grand Canyon Railroad?
No.
Not yet.
That's the station at the Grand Canyon Railroad.
Oh, cool.
Winners broke into the warehouse. The whole property, there's about 190 of these miniature buildings, but the jail here is one of the only stone buildings.
Oh,
The rest of them are all wood.
you don't want a jail made out of wood now, do you? You're okay. It was just going over the switch.
Are we okay?
Yep.
Sorry, everybody.
Some big barrels.
Daffodil Hill used to be one of these quiet little towns, very quaint and everything. But then the locals discovered that they could make wine out of the daffodils. So now we got a winery and a brew house. And the yuppies have moved in.
Everybody's gone rogue.
Everybody's gone rogue.
Western Pacific F units. Look nice. We're on slow order due to some track work.
Hi, Joe.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Thank you, Mark.
You're going this way, right?
Oh, I hope so. That was the plan when we went out.
Thanks, guys, for all the hard work you do. And Amtrak is still stalled out up on the bridge. Excellent. In case that didn't come through, he said long tunnel ahead. And remember when I showed you that wind turbine coming up out of that pipe? You're fixing to see the tunnel that it ventilates. Hope you're not afraid of the dark. cool.
Take 5. I'll take 7. We're on an extended tour.
And back to the station.
Big old beer.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, honey.
Water, please.
Don't get lost.
Oh no, we're already lost.
Get lost.